you can build. This is what you can do. He didn't underestimate, though, what man can do in the collective whole. And I'm going to show why he did what he did here. So he looks at this, and it says, and the Lord said, indeed the people are one. And they all have one language, and this is what they begin to do. Now, nothing they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Let us go down there and confuse their language that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from all over the face of the earth and called, and they ceased the building the city. See, there is a city that is being built, but its builder and maker is God. It's not built with man's hands. And this city is coming down to dwell. It's the heavenly new Jerusalem, the new city come from above. Man cannot build his towers high enough to heaven. God comes to man down in humility. Man can't get to God. God comes to man. Amen? You can't do it. Can't get to God. Here's the thought of this. Well, let's look at the three motives here. Pride, determination to be one, and vainglory. Very similar to the religion and the self-determination of Cain. But now it's not Cain, okay? Here's how depravity spreads. It's no longer Cain. The Canaanites have been wiped out. Now there's a whole new race of people emerging on the scene, and the same spirit, the same flesh, the same ego emerges once again, but now it's even worse. Because they had one speech, and they had one language, and they were all gathered as one. So you put depravity in unity, and you have a diabolical evil force to contend with. See, Satan is doing that with his minions, and there is a spiritual battle still waged. So he tried to do it with the image bearers as well. If the light bearers can gather as one, so can the image bearers. Let's rise up in our depravity. So God knows, and this is the amazing thing about God and His creation. He knows the propensity for men, when they become one, nothing can be withheld from them. Those are huge words. How does that even happen, right? But why? We're created in the image of God. Now it's marred, depraved, thoroughly saturated in sin, corrupt at the core, and they're still gathering as one. This is big problems. The I and the ego had been merged in the collective. It had merged in the collective. So, the next thought here. The pride that stormed upward was judged by the coming down of the Lord. Just as three ways we see it, there's three ways in which God dealt with it. The pride that stormed upward, they were building it, they were going to do it, was judged by the coming down of the Lord. And then the determination to be one was stopped and halted. The determination to be one through the scattering and the dividing. The ambition for vainglory through the name of shame. The word Babel means a scene or place of noisy confusion. That's what they had built. They thought they were building their way into heaven. And heaven came down and disrupted their plans and just sent them away confused. But God had to do this for a reason. God had not intervened with a unified depravity, like I said kind of earlier, we wouldn't be here today. God's plan had to come to pass. He had to come down, confuse the language, divide them, scatter them, get them across the world. And now we have, we'll go into that, all the families of the earth then grow in different languages. Here's the thing about the great apostasy of the last days, the great evil of the last days. This is why it's so dangerous today. Because the enemy knows if they're one, there's nothing that can be withheld from them. So what does he know? I, in the flesh, through technology and through all of these things, will destroy the language barrier. And we know, just looking at man, you get a few crazy, smart engineers in a room and we go to the moon. Okay? That's what happens when you get collective minds working together. The individual mind has a part, but it doesn't have the whole part. So you get them all together and they can build things, and we have space stations, and we have all of these things. And here's something that's amazing. No matter how good and far our technology goes, it's not the remedy of depravity, because depravity keeps increasing. We can't cure cancer. We can't stop death. We can't cure the diseases. The disease of sin is thoroughly infected mankind, and it keeps happening. We can stop one virus for 1,000 more to crop up in its place. So no matter what, we can't stop the ravaging effects of sin. And no matter how we get our dead heads together with all of our IQs and we put them in the same basket, we still can't cure sin. It can't be done. No human energy, no human ingenuity. It is not by the will of flesh